Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 34 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Birds of Prey, and you got the longer title in the parentheses that I really don't have the energy to say right now, but I could have said it in the time I said that. It stars Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Journey Smollett-Bell, Rosie Perez, Ella J. Basco, Ewan McGregor, Chris Messina. Is that how you say his name? I think so. And it is directed by Kathy Yan. It is the newest, the most recent, the 8th installment in the DC Extended Universe, if that's what we're still calling it. And if you want to get a shout out in my review of Sonic the Hedgehog, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So, it doesn't necessarily say how long after, but this is clearly after Suicide Squad, and Harley, if you've seen the trailers, has a huge change in her life. If you haven't seen the trailers, I won't say what. And there are a lot of Gotham City characters coming after her neck. So she gets mixed in with Roman Sionis, Black Mask, and he is looking for something that Cassandra Cain has in her possession. And Black Canary, Renee Montoya, along with Harley Quinn, are all trying to find Cassandra Cain and Black Mask and Victor Zsasz. And they all have their own agenda as far as why they want this item. The first 2 trailers didn't do it for me. Like, if you remember last month, Birds of Prey was not on my most anticipated of the year list. And the last trailer that come out after my most anticipated video came out, that was the best trailer that they did. That trailer got me excited to see this movie. I was going to see it no matter what. I just, the anticipation level wasn't there. Say what you will about Suicide Squad. It's my least favorite of the movies behind me. It's my least favorite DCEU movie. But Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was one of the high points of that movie. She's leaps and bounds better in this. She sets the bar. Like, the first 10 to 15 minutes are just her killing it. And that's what I wanted the most out of this movie, was for Margot Robbie to still be great as Harley, and she is. And everybody else, in my opinion, doesn't bring it as well as she did. Even, I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Rosie Perez been killing for as long as I can remember. And they do as well as expected with their characters. I mean, Harley just has a next level energy to her as a character anyway. And there are cool action scenes. I like the fight scenes. And then I like that this movie doesn't ignore Suicide Squad. It completely embraces what happened with Suicide Squad. And it's mentioned by Harley in the movie. And they do, this is the DCEU's Deadpool. There's a lot of narration. There's a lot of fourth wall. And at the same time, like I think I said with Joker, 2 completely different movies, 2 completely different tones. But I said that Joker didn't need to be Joker. He's not necessarily Joker until the 3rd act. There really isn't a Birds of Prey until the 3rd act. Because it's like all these characters coming together from different angles that are forced into a situation toward the end. And while the villains are what bothered me the most in this movie. Technically, technically Harley's a villain. Huntress toes the line. Black Canary toes the line, if I'm not mistaken. See, like, what I know about Black Canary is the past 8 years of Arrow. Um, I know that the look and the character design for Victor Zsasz was completely fucked. Victor Zsasz looks like shit compared to he's not comic accurate at all. Gotham, the show, like I was saying in the Rec League group chat with my boys, Gotham, the TV show, got Victor Zsasz down better than a big budget DC Extended Universe Warner Brothers financed movie did. That's a little sad. And then, like, I'm seeing praise for Ewan McGregor's performance. There are times when he's good. There are other times when he's so cartoony. It feels like he's trying to outdo Margot Robbie's performance, and it feels like he's in another movie. And the way the villains are utilized was a letdown. Like, it's dope that this is directed by a female. It's dope that there are strong female characters in this movie. But it came a point where the writing and the script just got so obvious. Let's make Black Mask and Victor Zsasz as despicable as possible, to where they put so much emphasis on the word bitch that you know what the writing team was going for. Like, let's make it out that these male characters dislike these female characters so much, and that too. Like, I don't feel like this movie had to be rated R. Like, whoever wrote the script and did the dialogue, they say fuck like every 2.5 minutes, and it wasn't necessary. Like, this easily could have been PG-13, but again, Logan did it, Deadpool did it, Joker did it. So let's have Birds of Prey be included in the universe, because Suicide Squad, which Ben Affleck's in, so BVS, which Cavill's in, which Man of Steel, so it all comes around. Let's be the first R-rated comic book universe movie, and blah, blah, blah. Because Fox owns X-Men now, so Logan and Deadpool, Disney owns Logan and Deadpool now, so Disney has those, and Fox did it, but Fox is owned by Disney, and it's giving me a headache. But this didn't need to be rated R. There is not a post-credits scene, but there is something cool after the credits, so still stick around. You might, like, get upset with me, but I don't care, because I stayed, and I got a kick out of what they did at the very end. And so, after all my rambling, this is a Birds of Prey origin movie. This isn't really a Birds of Prey movie, despite the title. This is a Birds of Prey origin movie. So I would like a sequel, even though, like, Margot Robbie as Harley is the highest of highs this movie has, along with the action scenes, and I got some laughs out of it. I'm a little more let down than I wish I would have been. Like, like looking at my scores that I've given the EU, I gave, well, I don't know at the time, I don't know about November 2017, like, I'll card my review, but now, like, presently, February 2020, Justice League is a 3.5, and that's because it was better than I expected it to be. My rating, I'm giving the same rating for this because it's not as good as I hoped it'd be. So with all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that Birds of Prey is almost dope. So have you seen Birds of Prey, man? What did you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between. Let me know. If you want that shout out in my Sonic the Hedgehog review, man, within $2 million higher or lower, how much will Birds of Prey make opening weekend, man? Be the first, be the closest, get your guesses in by noon Central Time Sunday, and you get shouted. I've recently reviewed my most recent reviews, because I haven't reviewed anything recently, in my opinion. My most recent reviews are Bad Boys, Underwater, Doolittle. Check those out. Like I said, next weekend I want to see Sonic. I'm gonna go on a road trip to see the Impractical Jokers movie, so I hope to get that reviewed, man. Rec League episode 34 coming. We're gonna talk about Kobe. We're going to briefly talk about the Oscars. We're going to talk about DC movies, man. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about Lil Wayne, Eminem, Mac Miller, new albums, man. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.